Hey there everyone, welcome back and thanks for checking out my next video. So today I'm spotlighting another standard deck for the Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One format, and today's deck is a black-green Golgari Toxic deck. It truly is all about Phyrexia in this deck, and it's a really fast, aggressive deck that wins by poisoning your opponent, making them get 10 or more poison counters fairly quickly and pretty resiliently. With this deck in testing, I've been able to, other than I believe just one game, I've killed my opponent every time using the poison counters. I think only once have I dealt lethal damage that would kill them. But let's check out the deck, and I'll show you what makes this thing tick. It's a really fast, low-to-the-ground deck. Almost all the non-land spells are mana value 2 or less. For the creatures, we've got the Venerated Rot Priest, pretty much a staple for this deck and goes in any kind of toxic deck. And anytime you target a creature you control, your opponent gets a poison counter. Another one drop is the Bilious Skull Dweller, toxic one with Death Touch. This card often gets in some early chip damage and poison counters on your opponents pretty quickly. And then we also have, for our 2 drops, we have Kenker Bloom, good utility creature that takes out artifacts or enchantments, but also proliferates, and that helps specifically in this deck because it'll make your opponents get more poison counters. We also have our Pestilent Siphoner. It's a 1/1 flyer for 1 and a black. It's got flying and toxic 1. More ways to spread the poison counters. And they also have the Black Belly Rat. Really great card, early 2-drop, 2/2, and when it deals damage, they get a poison counter, or when it dies, it proliferates. And then at the top of the curve for the creatures, we have the Bloated Contaminator. This one's just an awesome beat stick, 4/4 Trampler, toxic 1, and when it deals combat damage to a player, it proliferates. And then at the top of our curve for our non-land permanents, we have Tivar Jubilant Brawler, Planeswalker, really great for being able to attack your opponents and then untap a creature, and also being able to, if you're starting to run out of creatures, you can mill things into your graveyard and then bring a creature card with mana value 2 less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and that's pretty much all the creatures in the deck other than the Bloated Contaminator. And then at the very top of our mana curve is Vraska, Betrayal Sting, and this card's really awesome. I oftentimes find myself casting her for 5 instead of 6, the completed version, and then just utilizing the 0 loyalty cost of drawing a card and proliferating. Every once in a while, I'll make one of my opponent's creatures into a treasure, and using that to take out one of their creatures. And of course, it has the ultimate ability of -9, making them get 9 poison counters. And then for our non-land, non-creature spells, we have Tamio's Safekeeping. This is actually the only card that's not part of the Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One set for the non-land spells. We also have Infectious Bite, another way to target your creatures to have it deal damage to equal to its power to a creature you don't control, plus your opponent gets a poison counter, which also helps trigger Venerated Rot Priest if you have it out. And we also have Necrogen Communion. Really great for putting on one of your creatures, giving it an extra toxic boost, and then bringing it back from the graveyard when it dies. And we also have Drowning Ichor, gives creature -4/-4 and proliferates. So it's pretty fast deck, and it has removal. It has some answers for artifacts and enchantments and things like that. So it's can get pretty out of hand for your opponents pretty quickly. Then it's running 23 lands. You've got your swamps that it runs, and your forests. Then it has one beside you who endures. You got your mana smoothing dual lands with Deathcap Glade, and Land of War Wastes. One Zeotor's Proving Ground, nice tap land early on, or if you draw it late in the game, you can cycle it to draw a card. And run one the Seed Core. I found this is pretty helpful, giving your 1/1 Phyrexian creatures a boost, mainly for your Pestilent Siphoner and the Bilious Skull Dweller. And that ends up helping out pretty well there. Plus, all the creatures are Phyrexian creatures, so you can use that to add mana to your mana pool to cast those. So that's the deck. Pretty fast, pretty efficient, and it's done pretty well in testing. So let's go try it out on the ladder and see how we do. Okay. Yeah. Everything's 2 mana in our hand, and we have 2 lands. Let's go ahead and keep it. See if we can get off to an early assault on our opponents. Yeah, really all we need to do is just get 1 poison counter on our opponents and it can get crazy. That was wise of them to kill that Black Belly Rat right away. Okay. All of a sudden, we need some land. No good. I'll go ahead. Go ahead and attack here. Let's see here. Bummer. I guess we'll have to let that die. Or let it exile. Oh, there's our land.
Obsolete. Embrace the inevitable.
Bummer. Okay. I think I'm gonna pay the completed cost.
Last decade, metal is eternal. Phyrexia spreads.
May your blade strike true.
Okay. next turn we might be able to kill him. We'll have to see here. That's good. They gave us targets for our creature removal. We actually needed that.
Watch for intruders.
So let's see here. Go ahead and proliferate.
Patience. We will win.
Yeah, I think we can. Probably won't be able to kill him this turn, it looks like. Out poisoned us. That's a bummer. That was an interesting game. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think we can keep this. Let's just hope we get more land than we did in the last game. Early on. Go ahead and attack there. I'll almost certainly trade Billow's Skull Dweller for a Corpse Appraiser.
Today we carve our deeds into history. Show them what you're made of.
Okay.
Share in my glory.
Okay. Okay. Yes, good hand. We'll go ahead and hold on to this. Okay, so we're off to a pretty aggressive start. Let's see here. Go ahead and attack the Contaminator. Okay, we'll take that win. That's a rough hand. We'll definitely have to mull that away. Yeah, we'll keep this. We'll just go ahead and put the Proving Ground away for now. Try to keep our hand aggressive. We'll block like that. Ah, bummer. That Jing's messing up the Black Belly rat trigger for proliferate. I'll have to keep that in mind. Gonna block the etchings. And then we'll make it indestructible. Okay. It's not gonna attack, we'll hold off. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll block like that. Looking pretty rough for us, though. Need to draw into something to stabilize. That's not bad. Oh, we can't pay that cost. Darn it. Yeah, we're gonna have to pass. They got us though, because that teachings of Kamano. Just don't have enough blockers. Bummer. Sure, we can go with this. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, then we'll go ahead and pass there. That's a bummer. Exiles it. Okay, that's the third time today we've had somebody concede just based on the poison counters. Okay, so that was the Golgari Infect deck, or Toxic deck. All three of our wins, I believe, were all concessions by our opponents, which was pretty common for this deck. I've either been able to win by them conceding or getting enough poison counters where they die from poison. Rarely have I won by dealing damage to them that kills them. You did see the deck struggle a little bit. It got poisoned out actually by that Esper Control deck, which is kind of a surprise considering the deck that we're playing is a poison toxic deck. And then of course the mono red deck was just too fast for us, so we weren't able to stabilize in time and poison them out. But it's still a pretty fun deck, and most of the time, like I said, your opponents are going to concede to you once they start to reach critical mass for the number of poison counters they have. I think for this deck moving forward, it's pretty fun for this low to the ground version, using Tavar, the Jubilant Brawler, to bring back a lot of your creatures from the graveyard, since they're all mana value 2 or less with the exception of the Bloated Contaminator. However, if you wanted to, you could probably size up the deck a little bit and add in some little more beefy creatures, like the legendary creature from Phyrexia, Glisa. I believe she's one with the First Strike and Death Touch, and she has some pretty good uses in this deck. And you could maybe do some fight spells as well that can work with it. That'll also still trigger the Venerated Rot Priest. So if you wanted to, that would work for making the deck a little bit beefier if you needed to. But other than that, it's pretty fun. It still accomplishes its goal of poisoning out your opponent. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the deck. I'll be having another standard deck for the Phyrexia All-Will-Be-One standard season soon. If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel on MTG Rogue Players on YouTube, and hit that like button. Leave a comment if you like. That way you can get notified next time I post a new video, and I'll have new content again shortly. So in the meantime, I think that'll do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time, everybody. Take care.